I'm going to show some brief description and point out some items on the M35A2 with an LDT 1D turbocharged multi-fuel diesel engine. Now I'm standing on the driver's side. First item right here is a personal heater. Runs off the coolant on the truck. The coolant feeds in and feeds out. Alright, this right here is your air compressor. Belt driven off the front of the engine. One single belt. You got your oil filter canisters. Two of them. Directly under those canisters, looking down, is a fuel injector pump. Right here. This, I have my finger on, hydraulic head. Right here is your stop. Below that is your accelerator. This one has been bypassed. Alright, directly below, steering gearbox. Alright, coming back, looking up, is your oil heater. This right here that I have my hands on, this is to actually take samples of the oil. Unscrew this, have the engine running, twist this open, you'll get oil out of there, so you can take samples. Right here is your final and secondary fuel filter. This one being the final, this one being the secondary. Over here in the corner is your flasher control box. This is a fuse. I believe it's for the horn and the personal heater, but I'm speculating on that one. Radiator cap. Oil. I'll move the ladder over, but on top is the pump for the flame heater and the electrical resistor, I believe, that feeds the spark plug. And over in that corner is the air governor. I'm 6'2" and I gotta use a ladder because I just can't get a good angle on everything without it. Okay. Okay. For cold starts, you have a flame heater. That flame heater will actually start a flame and inject it into the intake to warm up the truck. That's what this is. This is a filter for it, and then a pump along with some kind of voltage resistor. I guess takes it 24 volts and sends an electrical charge that ignites this spark plug right here. Under that, you got a C-turbo slobber tube. Obviously the turbocharger. Below that is your starter solenoid. And to the left, shiny looking thing, oil pressure sending unit. Front of the turbocharger, alternator, 2 belts. You got your cover right here. Take that little hex head off and you can adjust your voltage up or down. That's the label for my LDT 465 1D. I got a rebuild on the bottom. That says ALKYD 789. It's your dipstick. Twist to remove. This is your air filter housing. Air filter mushroom. Air is sucked into here, goes through your filter. To remove that, you pull this off. There's 3 tabs. Undo them. Pull it down, you'll get to your filter. Passenger side up top, This is the air governor, regulates the air pressure in the truck, sends a stop-start to your air compressor. Obviously, radiator fan. This is the thermostat housing. This is the discharge and return for the coolant heater. This is your temperature sending unit. Air horns, there's two. Air horn solenoid, air intake for the solenoid. This is the back of the lights. There's a ground right down there. You need to make sure all your grounds are clean. That one. There's another one from the alternator. Alright, that's most of the engine bay on an M35A2. Let me show you the oil pan. Go under the truck. Down, up, under. Okay, so this is your slobber tube. That's the bottom side of your starter. I don't know if you can see the dipstick. That's the oil return off the turbocharger. And then if you move forward, this is on the passenger side. This is your primary fuel filter. In other words, the fuel is pumped from the tank down this copper line. Oh, I don't know if I can get it. Anyway, runs through this filter, out here along this copper line, over and up, and into your secondary, and then your final fuel filter before it runs into your injector pump. This truck is installed with a winch, so that's what this shaft here is for. And then, of course, this is your oil pan. You've got a drain right here, and there's a secondary one right there. And this is the engine compartment. I went over some things on an M35A2. This is a 1971 deuce and a half.